Asylum Justin Malamon for Revolution News here at Ontario Court of Justice. Well, folks, here I am standing outside of the Ontario Court of Justice to give you update regarding about the case of David Menzies. As you might remember here, folks, back in March, during the Trudeau Liberal fundraising dinner gala at the King Edward Hotel, there were the pro-Hamas types basically protesting Justin Trudeau, and well, of course, David Menzies was doing his job as an independent journalist, which is trying to ask questions to the pro-Hamas types. And certainly here, folks, is that, well, the Toronto police decided to arrest David Menzies for allegedly, well, obstructing police. But of course, one thing here for sure here, folks, that is a made-up charges that has been thrown against him. But what quite frankly here, folks, is that yes, so the update here is that case has been dropped by the Crown. So evidently they lack evidence for conviction, because there was not enough evidence for conviction. But this is what I'm trying to allude here, folks, is first and most all, this is a made-up charges in the first place. And good thing that the Crown decided to drop the charge, because basically David Menzies did nothing wrong here, because he was merely doing his job as an independent journalist, which is, of course, bringing you the truth of the story, or bringing the other side of the story to actually show you the truth and show you the happenings. And obviously here, folks, is that, well, just like I mentioned before, last time I checked, this is not China. This is not China. And basically, well, yes, as far as I remember, that, well, we're still a democracy. We're still living under democracy. And basically under Justin Trudeau, that is slowly becoming a dictatorship. Because once again here, folks, remember, Justin Trudeau has openly expressed his admiration for the Chinese basic dictatorship. Oh yes, once again here, folks, I just wish I'm making this stuff up, but well, it will be better for you to once again see this video evidence for yourself. Here, folks, check it out.
There's a level of admiration I actually have for China, because their basic dictatorship is allowing them to actually turn their economy around on a dime and say, we need to go green as fast as we need to start, investing in solar. There is a flexibility that I know Stephen Harper must dream about, of having a dictatorship that he could do everything he wanted.
Yeah, so that's the thing there, folks, is that, well, quite frankly, Justin Trudeau is completely walking the talk when it comes to, completely admiring China's basic dictatorship. And he's slowly making that a reality. And basically, the thing here is that, well, he is surely ordering the cops, especially Toronto police, to essentially throw the book at someone, to throw the books at any pesky journalist, pesky independent journalist who dares to ask impolite questions. And but I'm sure that is what is happening here, because quite frankly, let me just give you a little reminder here, folks, is that I think a few months ago or so, well, Justin Trudeau had a meeting with Toronto Police Chief Mayor Demkew, and once again here, folks, last time I checked, the Toronto Police Chief doesn't answer to the Prime Minister. But I think here's what Trudeau told Mayor Demkew. We're gonna have a election in the upcoming months. The coming year, next year, 2025, and we're just gonna be trying our best to court the pro-Hamas hooligans, and kind of if there's any, once again, press independent journalists there to ask questions, if impolite questions, we'll throw the book at them, and surely that's what's happening. And quite frankly is that, well, the Crown had totally wasted the time of David Menzies with this bogus charge. If they chose to pursue this, the Toronto police also did the same. If they pursued this charge, and you know what, here, folks, quite frankly, well, at the end of the day, well, David Menzies has been proven to be innocent. He has proven he's innocent. He's been acquitted, and well, quite frankly here, folks, what's happening here with David Menzies, especially the fact that an independent journalist like David Menzies getting arrested for practicing journalism, which is completely ridiculous. And you know what, here, folks, here's the thing here is that, well, he has been arrested 4 times now. First, back in February at Richmond Hill, when he dares to ask Chrystia Freeland tough questions. And what? Just see this for yourself here, folks. Check it out.
Ms. Freeland, how come the IRGC is not a terrorist group? Why is your government supporting Islamo-Nazis? What? Excuse me. What are you doing? Don't. You're under arrest for assault.
What, sir?
Why are you pushing me? You're under arrest for assault.
Who are you?
You're under arrest for assault.
I don't even tell. What are you talking about?
Police, you're under arrest for assault.
How am I under arrest? You bumped into me.
You pushed into me.
Yeah, so that's the thing there, folks, is that, well, basically, kind of, maybe like 45 minutes later or so, the RCMP Mountie has decided to drop the charge against him, and it looks like that, well, that Mountie has realized that there's no point of pursuing the charge. So now, going for the second arrest, which is back in March in King Street near King Edward Hotel, where he dares to try to ask questions to the pro-Hamas hooligans. And once again here, folks, the camera surely not lie, and it will be better if you see this video evidence for yourself. Here, folks, check it out.
They're about to pray. They're about to pray. They're about to pray.
No, God's if you want to start It's okay. We offered you some food if you want to eat. What is going on now? We just want you. What's the problem? Guys, excuse me. We're trying to put him behind. Hey, that's my guy. That's my guy. Stop. Hey. Safety, you have to see you. Why don't you take care of the Stay back, guys. Stay back. Hey, stay back. Stay back. Stop pushing forward. Hey, do me a favor, sir. Just step back. He's my cameraman. Hey, I'm far enough, buddy. We've already warned you. I'm not shoving you, sir. I'm standing here. You're impeding me. I'm standing here already. You don't push me. I'm not violent. Are you going to listen to me? It's a police investigation. Are you going to arrest me too? Don't get smart. I asked you to step away, okay? What's your badge number? 731, sir. Thanks, bud. Thanks. That's your bud. Sir. If you can kindly read. Sir, I can record my coworker, right? Do whatever you like. Okay. Don't impede the officers. I've never impeded anything. Watch. It's what I tell you. Are you listening or not? That's better. That's a good place. So, don't do your job. I'll do mine, right? Okay. You're being under arrest for obstructing, please. Here we go. Hey, stop. That's my wallet. You're under arrest for obstructing police. There we go. What is this? I've asked you for identification numerous times. You failed to identify yourself. That's obstructing police. Efren, can you grab my stuff? We'll get it, sir. Don't worry. Nobody will touch it. We'll get your identification for you. Okay, I think you guys are going to be hearing from our lawyers. That's true. I'll get them, sir. Don't worry. Nobody will touch your property. Ian, walk him back behind the gate. Thanks, brother. You want him where, sir? Take him back behind the gate. Thanks, guys.
So yeah, that's the thing there, folks, is that, well, quite frankly, that's not the worst part there, folks, because, like, I mean, essentially, obstruction of police, obstruct police, this is completely ridiculous here, folks, because, for sure, you can just, like, see with the video evidence there is that, well, David Menzies is innocent of, he's merely practicing journalism, and when the police ask for his ID, well, he surely reached into his wallet in order to take out his ID, but nonetheless, the Toronto police went ahead and arrested him. And, well, of course, now the third time is at Nathan's Phillips Square. Here's the thing here, folks. Nathan Phillips Square is just like, maybe just like a few meters away, like maybe 100 meters away from the Ontario Court of Justice. But of course here, folks, is that, well, back in April, as in last month, he was actually asking impolite questions once again to the pro-Hamas hooligans during the pro-Israel October 7 civil vigil to actually commemorate and remember those victims of the October 7 terrorist attack in Israel. And, well, of course, folks, instead of arresting the pro-Hamas hooligans, well, the Toronto police surely once again went on and arrested David Menzies. And here, folks, just check this out.
Watch your hands. We have your hands. Watch your hands. Watch your hands. Mr. Menzies. Don't put your hands on me. I just want to make sure. Don't put your hands on me.
They can chant genocide in the street, and I can't cover that. Obey your oath, officer. Obey your oath. Will you listen? If I'm on the other arrest, get your hands off. Okay, then I will. Put your phone down. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for refusing to leave. Okay? Refusing to leave the wagon, Mr. Menzies. Good boy. Efren, are you catching this?
Yeah.
Once again. You can have people chant genocide in the streets of our democracy.
You're under arrest for refusing to leave premises, okay, Mr.
It's a public place. This is literally the public square. This is
I've
literally.
asked you numerous times. I try to be as nice as possible. Right? You have the trespass authority, okay?
You can have. They assaulted me and you did nothing.
Thank you.
They assaulted me and you did nothing.
We gotta keep this clear. Thank you.
Why are you stealing my stuff?
Thank you.
Why are you catching this?
Yeah.
Okay, now they've taken my phone and they've taken my hat.
He's got your phone back.
And yet, you can chant genocide on this street. And you can wear fake suicide vests. And that's okay.
Thank you, David Menzies.
So yeah, that's the thing there, folks, is, well, quite frankly, this is Banana Republic. I mean, quite frankly, let me just correct myself here, folks, because, well, surely we don't grow a banana here in Canada, so I'm just gonna call it a Maple Syrup Republic or so. But nonetheless here, folks, is, well, yeah, so recently David Menzies got arrested again. Oh, for what? Well, once again asking impolite questions and trying to, well, scam a biological male taking part in the women's sports, which is completely hideous because, like, what? No one should be arrested for practicing journalism. And last time I checked, this is not North Korea, this is not Cuba, this is not Venezuela, you know, this is not China, and of course this is not Vietnam either. But of course, here, folks, the OPP decided to arrest David Menzies for what? Asking impolite questions. Once again, I mean, this is completely hideous. Here, folks, see this video evidence for yourself. Check it out.
Excuse me. You're under arrest for trespassing. Okay?
Why?
You're in the. Okay. Hands behind your back, please.
Are you kidding me?
No, hands
Listen,
behind your back.
I'm not on the
You're-
field.
Yes, you are. Hands
I'm
behind
not.
your back.
I'm not. How?
Hands behind your back, please.
Are you getting this, guys?
Can you please
Hands
stop
behind-
I'm not on the
Place
field.
your hands behind your back.
I'm not on the field.
David.
Do you have to
David.
handcuff me?
Hands behind your back now.
Well, folks, this is
David.
my equipment. I'm going to give it to my cameraman. Okay.
Just let it go, and your cameraman can grab it for you. Okay?
This is Doug Ford's Praetorian Guard. They are arresting me on a trumped up charge.
This is Jenny.
I never trespassed on the field.
OPP officer.
And they are not tolerating. They are tolerating this man injuring female players. Can I go now?
Yeah, so that's the thing there, folks, is, well, this is the very fourth time, I mean, this is getting out of hand because, you know, that's the thing there, folks, is, well, David Menzies is surely conducting independent journalism. You know, he's actually practicing journalism, and the RCMP, the OPP, and the Toronto Police surely violated his right. You know, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom of the press. Ridiculous. And what quite frankly here, folks, is, yeah, you know, that's the thing here, is that the second charge against David Menzies, you know, in Toronto is, well, trespassing at Nathan Phillips Square. You know, I mean, can you believe it here, folks? Trespassing at a public space? Ridiculous. I mean, essentially, last time I checked, also here, folks, is, well, Nathan Phillips Square is a public property. So, really? Trespassing at a public property? This is really getting out of hand here, folks. And what is the next charge that the police will throw at David Menzies the next time they decided to arrest him for what, practicing journalism and asking impolite questions? But nonetheless here, folks, I think, you know, the Toronto Police, the OPP, the RCMP, well, basically all police agencies in Canada needs to shake their hands. I mean, they need to shake their heads and basically, well, stop this politicization, because, like, what we're seeing here is that a complete total politicization of the police. And you know what here, folks? Oh yes, basically the Toronto Police, the RCMP, the OPP, basically any other police agency in Canada who actually does this type of thing, well, they need to be ashamed of themselves. And you know what here, folks? Here's the thing here. I still support the police, of course, and what without police, we have anarchy, of course. Like, we have lawlessness and violence in the streets. And that's the thing there, folks, is that the police needs to do their job seriously, which is going after real criminals, rather than going after a pesky independent journalist who is just doing his job as a journalist. But nonetheless here, folks, is this is a good thing, is that the charges of obstruct police against David Menzies has been dropped. But nonetheless, David Menzies should not have gone to this type of stuff for just merely practicing journalism. This is truly, once again, getting out of hand. Unbelievable here, folks. For Revolution News, I'm Asylum Justin Bellamore. Folks, if you're completely sick and tired of the police arresting independent journalists like David Menzies for merely practicing journalism, together, let's stand with him and show our support and help him fight his legal battle by going to standwithdavid.com. That's standwithdavid.com. And you know what, here, folks? Enough is enough with this type of thing, and this is a message that needs to be sent to the police, that enough with the harassment and enough with the violation of the press freedom.